Welcome back to the Pet Stop. I'm Dr. Brian Voynick. You know, birds can make great pets and become a part of the family just as dogs and cats do. But so often, people get leaping over their heads, not realizing all of the work that's involved. And here, to talk about the joys and the challenges of keeping birds, are two experts. You may recognize Lori Day, she's a zoologist, and Dr. Pamela Schott is a veterinarian at the Animal Hospital of Sussex, specializing in birds. Thanks so much for being here.
It's nice to be here.
Great to have you. Now, Dr. Pam, you've been working on birds for a very long time, considered an expert in the field. And tell us, if someone's looking for a bird, what do they need to know?
Well, they need to know that they need to spend a lot of time with the bird in order to keep it socialized and friendly. And they especially need to know that birds need to eat a pelleted diet and not a seed mix.
Okay. In the old days, a lot of people used to sometimes feed only seeds, and what are the problems that evolve with that diet?
Almost every problem I see in caged birds still, even after all these years, has malnutrition as an underlying cause. And anytime you're offering your bird seed, he's going to become malnourished.
There's some pellet pictures that you took along.
Yeah, on the screen here we have 4 examples of a proper diet for a parrot, which are complete and formulated pellets. Birds that are on a seed diet may resist having their diet changed, but it's really important to persist, consult with your avian veterinarian about ways that you can get your bird to eat the pellets.
Right.
And that's going to extend their life significantly.
Okay. And now, what kind of a bird should someone start out with? Some of them are more challenging than others, no doubt.
Yeah, this here is a really good starter bird. It's a cockatiel. It actually is a parrot. It's a small parrot that comes from Australia, and she's just loving this. This is like her. This is like a cat cuddling up to you. You know?
Massage.
Or a dog rolling over on its back. She's being submissive, and she's asking for me to groom the back of her neck, which is something that birds do for each other.
Can you tilt her down a little bit? Yeah.
Whoop,
we woke you up.
I'm sorry. Out of your reverie
there. Yeah, the camera
there.
can see that.
Yeah.
Great.
And so these guys should eat pellets, and you can take them out and walk around with them, but you do have to be aware that if they don't have their wings clipped, if they're fully feathered, like this girl is, I could show you
and they could
here.
fly off.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know. There you
Getting
go.
all the birds upset.
There you go.
Okay, interesting. And that's a good starter. And then we've got the African gray.
This is an African gray Congo that comes from the central and western part of Africa. Very important to note that if you purchase one of these birds, you should make sure that it was born and reared in the United States.
Good point.
Because they are on the endangered list.
Yeah.
And 21% of the population is taken out annually.
Ouch.
And poached out for the pet trade.
Okay.
So, but these do make wonderful pets. This guy his name is Clarence. And when I first got him, he was given to me by a friend of mine who was feeding the seed diet, was completely plucked bare like a chicken. And then I gradually switched him over to the pelleted food and mixed vegetables and fruits, and he's come quite a ways.
Great. Okay, I guess we'll have a handoff there. And in the meantime, Dr. Pam, where should we look for a bird? Obviously, you know, Lori mentioned that it's not good to get a bird that's you know, originating from out of the country because of endangerment and so forth. It's nice to get birds that are hand-reared right in a shop that's near you, isn't it?
Yes. Some birds are very easily bred in captivity, like the cockatiel that I just had. And so there's a lot of people who just happen to have a pair of them, and they will start raising young, and they will, you know, friends of friends will pass them on, and that's wonderful because you know that they've been in somebody's house, they haven't been exposed to a lot of other birds.
Sure.
There are professional breeders who will sell birds over the internet and this kind of thing, but there are bird mills, just like there are puppy mills.
That's a microphone you're chomping on there, Mr. Goose. All right.
So you do have to be careful that whoever's you know, selling the bird is not just trying to make a quick buck off
Sure,
of,
sure. And we also have to worry about zoonotic diseases, from out of the country, psittacosis and so on.
Yeah, well, actually, in truth, there's more diseases that we can give to our birds than the other way around. Birds occasionally come down with tuberculosis, and tuberculosis is almost always given to the bird by some person in their environment.
All right. Well, you've got a beautiful umbrella cockatoo. Tell us about this specimen here.
This is Thule, and again, native to Australia. And she's very friendly and sweet. Cockatoos, these big white birds, are generally very affectionate and much more placid than the other parrots, such as Amazons. But they do require a lot of attention. They're like little babies. You have to, you know, interact with them, and they can develop a lot of neurotic behaviors if they feel that they're not getting enough attention.
Namely feather picking and such?
Yes, it's called feather destructive behavior now. It's got a politically correct name.
Okay.
FDB, we have to call
This
it
is
now.
an important piece of instrument that anybody needs at home if they have a bird. It's a scale.
Yeah.
You can get it in any office supply store,
That's right.
Okay.
And you can weigh your bird in grams.
Okay.
And you can. It's very important to monitor your bird's weight, and that way, because birds are very good at hiding the signs of illness. Being prey species, that is, other animals can eat them. They are very good at acting like everything's fine until they can't keep that up, and at that point they crash, and it's very hard to treat them.
And weight, is difficult to assess in birds, much more so than dogs and cats,
Yes.
because they've got a feather covering.
That's right.
It's not always easy to do that, so you brought some ideas. You can do a tear weight with a simple perch like that and just have them perch on there and weigh them, or a tear weight with a piece of Tupperware.
That's right, and just put your bird
great.
in there.
And how often should you weigh your bird?
Once a week is a good
Once a
idea,
week,
and
mark it on
write
the
it
calendar.
down, yeah.
Good. Okay, and we've got a big goose here, Lori.
A
Tell
big
us about
goose
this
here.
Frenchie here.
Well, this is a Toulouse goose. This is one Toulouse goose.
Toulouse.
And they're named for a town in France.
Let's hope she's not too loose on your lap.
Hopefully not. And the breed actually dates back to 1555 when it
Wow.
was originally named from the town in France. And in 1840, Lord Derby brought a bunch of them to England. They beefed them up, and this is the Christmas goose that people eat in England.
We're getting to a season where we don't want to get little goslings. Tell
Right,
us.
no goslings. That little gosling that was the size of your fist early in the spring, one summer later is this big. So you do need to
So at
consider
Easter
that
time,
before you
no
don't.
goslings,
no
no
ducks,
chicks.
no chicks,
Not
no
you mean.
goslings.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Well, thanks so much. Lori, great to have you on. Dr. Pam, all your expertise is appreciated. Keep up the good work.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Folks, now it's time for a Pet of the Week. And these pictures were sent to us by Mike in Pennington. And this is his family's Bichon Frise named Murray. Murray is a 6-year-old and came from a Mennonite farm in Pennsylvania. He loves to blitz around the house by day and be rocked to sleep at night. He also kicks you when he wants his belly rubbed. Mike's family consists of 3 females, so Murray is the only male in the household that he could confide with. Thanks a lot for those pictures. If you'd like your pet to be Pet of the Week, just send us your pictures. You can either mail them to the address that you see right in there on the screen, or email them to thepetstop@news12.com. And you can even email us videos of your pet now, but be sure to tell us in whatever form it is why your pet should be Pet of the Week. We'll be right back with this week's adoptees. He didn't talk?